Christopher Gary Chris Packham is an English naturalist, nature photographer, television presenter and author, best known for his television work including the children's nature series The Really Wild Show in the late 1980s. He has presented the BBC nature series Springwatch since 2009. Career, television. Packham is known for his television work, notably in the BAFTA-winning BBC One children's programme The Really Wild Show and nature photography series Wild Shots on Channel 4, as well as the BBC One series The X Creatures and BBC Two's Hands on Nature and Nature's Calendar. He was the lead presenter on the BBC South's Inside Out, and also works on BBC Southeast Inside Out with Caddy Lee Preston. Since June 2009, he has presented the BBC Two nature programme Springwatch. In 2014 he presented Inside the Animal Mind on BBC TV. He formed the production company Head Over Heels with producer Stuart Woodman, making wildlife programmes for Discovery Channel, National Geographic, and the BBC. In 2011, Packham won an episode of Celebrity Mastermind. His specialist subject was the Battle of Rorke's Drift. In 2014 presented a two-part documentary in which Chris Packham and Martha Kearney reveal the mysteries of the honeybee. Wildlife. Packham is president of the Hawk Conservancy Trust and the Bat Conservation Trust, vice president of the RSPB, the Wildlife Trusts, Butterfly Conservation and the Brent Lodge Bird and Wildlife Trust and patron of Population Matters. He is also patron of the Woolston Eyes Conservation Group, which manages Woolston Eyes Bird Reserve. He has had papers on kestrels published in British Birds. In 2011, he was awarded the British Trust for Ornithology's Dylas Breas Medal for his outstanding work in promoting science to new audiences. He said, "I have always been interested in scientific research and understood its importance in underpinning conservation action, not just in this country but around the globe. To receive this award from one of the leading scientific research establishments in the country is a real honor, and is also very poignant for me. Dylas was instrumental in me getting my first wildlife presenting job at the BBC. I accept the award for her and citizen scientists everywhere." Personal life. Packham was educated at Bitton Park Secondary School, Taunton's College and the University of Southampton, where he received a BSc in zoology. After graduating he cancelled his study towards a PhD to train as a wildlife cameraman. He is the brother of fashion designer Jenny Packham. He lives in the New Forest with his zookeeper girlfriend, Charlotte. Packham has a stepdaughter, Megan, who lives with his ex-partner. Packham has suffered with Mars-copyright-Nere's disease since the age of 37. Views. In a 2009 interview with the Radio Times, Packham suggested that the giant panda was too expensive to save, and that it should be allowed to become extinct so that funds could be redistributed to protecting other, less expensive animals and habitats. He made a similar comment in 2008, saying that he would eat the last panda if doing so would retroactively redistribute the money spent on panda conservation. He later apologized for upsetting people, saying that he loved all animals but that he was glad it has raised a debate and that was always my intention. In December 2009, Packham criticized reality TV show I'm a Celebrity. Get Me Out of Here. For mistreating animals, accusing them of plugging up spiders' fangs, needlessly killing insects and tying crocodiles' mouths shut. In a 2010 interview with The Daily Telegraph, Packham stated, "The human population is sowing the seeds of a mass extinction event, and the fact is there is not enough space. The excessive demands of the growing population is having a disastrous effect on biodiversity. There are too many of us taking too much too quickly," he said. "We need to do something about it." In 2012 Packham stated, "The single most important thing is not climate change but human population. We have to find a means of regulating the population so we can prosper as a species. We haven't got unlimited space because we've only one planet." Music and film referencing. In 2009 music bloggers noted how Packham was attempting to fit references to songs by The Smiths into his Springwatch dialogue search. He did the same with songs by The Cure in 2010, search, and Manic Street Preachers in 2011 search. He has continued this in 2012 Springwatch, quite subtly inserting David Bowie titles from May 28, search and film titles in that year's Autumn Watch. In Winter Watch he inserted Madness titles into his dialogue search. In Springwatch he inserted titles by The Clash, opening the show by commenting that the weather had made him wonder should I stay or should I go. Search. In 2011's Autumn Watch, Packham fitted in titles of songs by punk band The Damned, including New Rose, Neat Neat Neat, Smash It Up and The History of the World. Honours. In 2011 the British Trust for Ornithology ran a pioneering project to discover the details of cuckoo migration from Britain to Africa. One of its 5 electronically tagged cuckoos was named Chris, after Packham, because the BBC Wildlife Fund had funded much of the project. The cuckoos were tracked by satellite during their migration from summer breeding grounds in Norfolk across the Mediterranean and the Sahara Desert to their wintering grounds in the equatorial Congo. Chris was one of only 2 birds to survive the trip and return to Thetford Forest in May 2012. In December 2013 Packham was made an honorary Doctor of Science by the University of Southampton, having originally graduated from the university more than 30 years ago. Works by Packham, books, The Flying Gourmet's Guide, Bird Brain of Britain, Chris Packham's Wild Shots, Collins and Brown Publishers, ISBN 1-85585-200-4, Chris Packham's Back Garden Nature Reserve New Holland Publishers ISBN 1-85574-520-2, Back Garden Nature Reserve ISBN 1-85765-846-8, Chris Packham's Wild Side of Town, Getting to Know the Wildlife in Our Towns and Cities New Holland Publishers, ISBN 1-84330-355-8, Nature's Calendar ISBN 0-00-724,646-3, Chris Packham's Nature Handbook ISBN 1-4053-5526-3, The Wonder of Birds, Nature, Art, Culture, Norfolk Museum Service ISBN 0-9031-0184-X, Papers, Packham, Chris. Role of male kestrel during incubation. British Birds 78, 144 €5, Packham, Chris. Bigamy by the kestrel. British Birds 78, 194 €5, video, Go Wild at Windsor. Terry Nutkins and Chris Packham 1988. References. External links, official website, Chris Packham at the Internet Movie Database, BBC South presenter profile, presenter of 7 Man-Made Wonders of the South, filming Nature's Calendar at Woolston Eyes at the Wayback Machine. A West Midland Bird Club article about filming event with Packham. Chris Packham original message board.